Hello there, beautiful people. So this video, as you can tell from the title, is a little different from what I have done for a while. I haven't really done a video like this since last summer when YMD Gento was kind of wilding on Twitter and on YouTube and whatnot. That turned out to just be like a work, or at least that's what he claims. And I guess the majority of us that made videos on him were wrong about it. But, I mean, how are we to know? We were just, like, really concerned about his well-being, and that's all it was. And, you know, it's kind of the same situation with this. It's like, I know people are going to call me a clout chaser. People are going to call me this, that, and the third for making this video. But, I mean, if you're one of those people who accuses people of clout chasing for making these type of videos, get the hell over yourself, honestly. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than me. This is about mental health in general. This is about Antonio Brown and his mental health currently. And I'm just trying to spread awareness. I'm just trying to, you know, spread the message that we should not be clowning Antonio Brown right now. We need to be praying for him and hoping that he gets the mental help that he needs, because with everything that has transpired over the past 6 months with Antonio Brown, I really do think he needs mental help. And I'm going to discuss that in this video, but before I start, I just want to put out a few disclaimers here. First and foremost, this video is 100% unscripted. I might go back and re-record over a few things, but I'm not doing this scripted at all, so if I repeat myself, that's why. Mainly just because this topic is just way too emotional. Like, I'm too emotionally invested in this video to really make a script about it. And, like, you know, this issue kind of hits close to home for me because I'm a huge football fan, but I'm also somebody who has dealt with a lot of mental health issues. And I also hate to admit it, but I'm also somebody who's gone on social media with, like, a lot of my mental health issues and whatnot. A lot of my friends have dealt with mental health issues. I have family members who have dealt with mental health issues. I myself have dealt with mental health issues. So it's like, I don't know, like, it's just, I'm very concerned about Antonio Brown, especially after seeing the video yesterday. If you guys haven't seen the video, I guess he was recording on IG Live, and he was, like, cursing out his baby mama or whatever, because I guess she tried to steal one of his cars, from what I understand. I might be wrong about that. Correct me in the comment section if you guys know, like, the full story, but that's what it looked like to me. He was, like, cussing out cops and whatnot, even in front of his kids. Like, he was telling his kids he loved them, like, while he was, like, cussing the cops out and just, like, saying all this, like, derogatory stuff about the cops and whatnot. Now, I've had like, a few run-ins with the cops. Like, I've never been arrested per se, but it's just, like, there have been a few times where, like, I've had to deal with situations with cops, or whether it's, like, you know, me riding with one of my friends and them getting pulled over, and a few other situations that I'll probably talk to somebody in private about, but I ain't gonna put it in this video. But yeah, Antonio Brown was just wilding, just, like, taunting the cops pretty much. I mean, he very well could have got arrested or beat or whatever with how he was acting. And honestly, at this point, I think we need to just give up the ghost as far as Antonio Brown coming back to the NFL. I just don't think I don't think it needs to happen right now. I think that should be the last thing anybody should be concerned about for the most part. I know it's kind of hypocritical to say that because I just said, well, we need to give up the ghost. No, I think what Antonio Brown needs to focus on is getting mental help. And I don't know if he's, like, mentally, like, equipped to do so right now. And what I mean by saying that, like, he might, just in his head, he probably doesn't think he's doing anything wrong no matter what people tell him. Like, maybe there's, like, a small part in his brain where he knows he's, like, doing something wrong, but it's just, like, you know, overall, like, he probably just mentally doesn't believe that he's doing anything wrong. He thinks the whole world is crazy, but really it's him who's wilding out. And I say that because I know a lot of people who have that mindset, who say and do so many outlandish things and whatnot, and it's just like they think the world is against them, but meanwhile they're doing, like, everything in their power to draw, like, a negative reaction from everybody, whether it's him talking badly about Ben Roethlisberger or Juju Smith-Schuster or Robert Kraft or whoever the hell else he's talking bad about. But basically, since the month of July, pretty much everything Antonio Brown has done just gives off the vibes of somebody who does not have all their facilities working. Like, their dogs ain't barking right now. And you know what? I'm as guilty as anybody else, because I've referred to him as Antonio Clown so many times on Twitter. I've bashed him. I've called him a clown. Hell, I even blocked his Twitter just so I wouldn't see any tweets from him anymore, because it's just like, I just got tired of people retweeting him, like, and encouraging him to wild out. So I take responsibility for what I've said about him. But now I'm not going to do that no more. Like, you guys have my word. I will never clown Antonio Brown ever again at this point. Because I think about it, with all the mental health issues that I've had over the years, and with, you know, so many people I care about dealing with them as well, how would I feel if somebody was calling them a clown? How would I feel if somebody was calling me a clown because I was dealing with mental health issues, maybe in a wrong way in their minds or whatever? Now, Antonio Brown's situation really reminds me a lot of what happened to Etika last year, where Etika was just kind of wilding out. He was going kind of crazy on like Twitter and like, you know, on IG Live. And then people started posting clown emojis at him, started trolling him, calling him a clown and whatnot. Especially after the whole Keemstar interview. And I still don't rock with Keemstar at all. At all. Well, that's a whole nother story for another day. I'm not going to get too emotionally invested into Keemstar. But basically, Etika then just felt like there was no way out of it. He basically felt like he messed his whole life up. And he commits suicide, unfortunately. Now, a friend of mine, 6 Seconds, aka Shizzy6, actually made a video, and Shizzy and Etika were actually good, like really good friends, and like Etika's death definitely hurt Shizzy a whole lot. But basically, Shizzy was talking about how, well, in the video, this wasn't what the video was entirely about. It was mainly just about YouTubers in general. But basically, he made the point that, now, it wasn't the people who were like trolling Etika's fault that Etika died, but they sure as hell didn't help. And I kind of see it as the same thing with Antonio Brown, where it's just like everybody's clowning him and whatnot. Everybody's calling him a clown. And it's like really abundantly clear that he's not right in the head, and yet these people are still sitting here calling him a clown and whatnot. You know, if y'all actually care about your fellow human being, if you actually care about his well-being, and you want him to, like, you know, get right, then stop with the clown emojis, stop calling him a clown and whatnot, and encourage him to go get help. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but life isn't a game, bro. You have pretty much one guaranteed shot to get it right at life. And once you're gone, whether it's by natural causes, by getting killed, or anything like that, or like, you know, suicide, you don't come back from that, bro. There ain't no respawn button. I know this is a gaming channel, but there ain't no respawn button on life, bro. And it's just like, y'all are sitting here just clowning him like his life don't matter or something like that. Antonio Brown's life matters. I know a lot of Steelers fans are really butthurt about the way he left and the way he talked about Juju. Like, his mental health is no excuse for what he said about Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, Juju basically looked up to him. And then Antonio Brown's to talk about how Juju fumbled the season away in 2018. And then calling him Boo Boo Schuster or whatever he called him on Twitter. You know, mental health isn't an excuse. Like, that's the flip side of this. Mental health, or like, you know, having bad mental health is no excuse to treat people poorly. So, Antonio Brown isn't completely innocent. It's not, like, I'm not trying to say that, oh, Antonio Brown's not right in the head, so everything he did is completely excusable, because it's not. If somebody is mentally insane and they murder somebody, well, they still are a murderer. It don't matter. And they could have taken steps to prevent it. So no, I'm not saying Antonio Brown is completely innocent, because he still said some messed up things about a lot of people. But it's just like a lot of Steelers and Raiders fans, and like even Patriots fans to a lesser extent, basically are just crapping on him as a human being because of the way that he left each of those teams. Although Patriots fans not so much, because he basically screwed that up, and it was pretty obvious he screwed that up. But at the end of the day, Antonio Brown is still a human being, and he's still not right in the head whatsoever. So this goes out to pretty much everybody who clowns him on Twitter still, and especially Chiseled Adonis, who still clowns him at the end of all of his highlight commentaries and whatnot. That's got to stop in 2020, man. Like, and again, I'm a hypocrite because I found those hilarious. Like, I love the whole enough from the clown thing from The Dark Knight. Like, I thought it was funny and whatnot, but it's just like now, at this point, instead of ridiculing him, instead of calling him a clown, we need to pray for him. We need to encourage him to go get the help he needs. Just as, like, you know, decent human beings. Now, granted, there's only so much that we can do as human beings. None of us are Antonio Brown unless he's actually watching this video. And Antonio, if you are watching this video, I hope you take this to heart. I hope you really do go out and get the help you need. And basically the point I was going to make is, it's up to him whether or not he gets the help that he needs. We can only, pretty much all we got is a voice. Now, I'm not saying the voice is like any like weak thing or anything like that. A voice is a powerful thing. But at the end of the day, the only thing that we can do is encourage him to get the help that he needs. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to him whether or not he wants to go get that help. And if he doesn't, at least we tried to do what we could to help him go get that help. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Once again, this video will not be monetized at all. I'm not trying to make money off of Antonio Brown. I'm not trying to get clout off of him. I'm trying to have an honest conversation about him, and I'm trying to at least do my part to encourage him to get the help that he needs. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world, but it's just like, you know, I'd rather say something and have it fall on deaf ears than to just keep my mouth shut. That's basically where I stand as far as that goes. But let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole Antonio Brown thing. I know people are going to bring CTE up. This is like the last one I'm going to make. Now, obviously, we're not going to know if he has CTE until he passes away, and hopefully that doesn't happen for a very long time. But that is something that people also brought up as well, the whole CTE thing. But let me know in the comment section, do you think that he needs mental help? Do you think he's just playing around? I don't think he's playing around, but do you think he's just messing around, putting on a show? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, guys. You have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this. Like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I love y'all 3,000. I'm Audi 5,000. Deuces.